Hello there, I am truly glad that you are here with me today. You may be living with diabetes, or perhaps you are simply learning how to take better care of your health and the well-being of your loved ones. No matter where you are on your journey, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen. Let me ask you something. When you think about fish, have you ever wondered which types of fish are not only delicious but can also help stabilize blood sugar, protect your heart, and reduce inflammation naturally? You may have heard about omega-3 or about protein, but do you really know which fish are the best for people with diabetes? The answer might surprise you. Picture this. Within just a few hours after a meal, your blood sugar could spike unpredictably simply because you made the wrong choice of main dish. And according to data from the American Diabetes Association, out of every 10 adults over the age of 40, more than 4 are living with either prediabetes or type 2 diabetes without even knowing it. This sounds alarming, but it shows that choosing the right type of fish could be one of the simplest yet most overlooked strategies in managing blood sugar. So what value does this video bring? I will walk you through the top 3 most nutrient-rich fish that not only help regulate blood sugar but also support heart health, protect your nervous system, and improve daily quality of life. This is not theoretical advice or vague slogans, but specific, science-based, and easy-to-apply information starting with your very next meal. Please stay with me until the end of the video, because the information at the end will clearly summarize everything to help you apply it more easily. And if you find this helpful, please share it with someone you love who is also living with diabetes. Sometimes one small choice at the dinner table can change an entire health journey. Are you ready? Let us begin with the first fish on the list. Let us now begin with the first fish on our list. And this one might not surprise you, but the reasons behind it will. We are talking about salmon. Among all the hundreds of foods that doctors and nutritionists recommend for people with diabetes, salmon often tops the list. And that is not just because it is tasty or popular. It is because salmon is one of the rare gifts from nature that supports blood sugar regulation, heart health, brain function, and even eye protection all at once. Let us take a closer look at why salmon is such a powerful ally for anyone living with diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes or prediabetes. When you look at a slice of fresh salmon, you will see its beautiful pink or orange flesh. That color comes from a natural compound called astaxanthin. But what really matters for your health is what lies deep inside its structure. Salmon is incredibly rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially 2 types called EPA and DHA. These are long-chain fatty acids that the human body cannot produce on its own. That means you must get them from food. And salmon provides them in one of the most concentrated and effective forms. You might be wondering, what do these omega-3 fats actually do for someone with diabetes? The answer is both simple and powerful. When you have diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, your body struggles to use insulin properly. This is called insulin resistance. As a result, sugar builds up in your bloodstream and cannot enter your cells to be used for energy. Over time, high blood sugar damages your organs, blood vessels, nerves, eyes, and more. But here's the good news. Omega-3 fats from salmon can help reverse some of this damage. They reduce inflammation, which is a hidden cause of insulin resistance. They also make your cells more sensitive to insulin, so that sugar can move more easily from your blood into your cells. Numerous scientific studies have shown that people who consume more EPA and DHA from fish like salmon have better insulin sensitivity. In plain terms, their insulin works better, their blood sugar levels stay more stable, and their risk of diabetes complications goes down. That is a very big deal. In fact, some researchers even suggest that regular intake of omega-3s could help prevent the development of type 2 diabetes in people who are at risk. But that is not all. One of the major concerns for people with diabetes is cardiovascular disease. High blood sugar over time can silently damage the lining of your blood vessels. It can lead to high blood pressure, cholesterol buildup, and dangerous plaque formation in your arteries. This is why heart attacks and strokes are common among people with diabetes. Salmon can be a game changer here. Its omega-3 fats work like natural protectors for your heart. They reduce triglyceride levels, which are a type of harmful fat in your blood. They also lower blood pressure, slow down the buildup of arterial plaque, and even reduce the chances of blood clots. To put this into perspective, a major study published in the journal Diabetes Care found that people who regularly consumed omega-3s from salmon had up to a 30% lower risk of developing serious heart problems. That is not just a statistic. That is the difference between living a longer, healthier life and facing sudden, life-threatening complications. And it does not stop with the heart. Let us talk about the brain. If you have diabetes, especially for a long time, you are more likely to experience memory loss, difficulty focusing, and even an increased risk of dementia. This happens because high blood sugar affects the blood vessels in your brain, just like it does in your heart. But DHA, one of the omega-3s found abundantly in salmon, is actually a building block of your brain. Over 60% of the brain is made up of fat, and a large portion of that is DHA. Eating salmon helps replenish and protect these fats, keeping your brain sharp and resilient. In fact, studies have shown that older adults who eat salmon regularly perform better on memory tests and are less likely to experience cognitive decline. For someone living with diabetes, that is an incredible benefit. It means not only living longer, but also living with clarity and independence. The benefits of salmon also reach your eyes. High blood sugar can damage the small blood vessels in your eyes, leading to a condition called diabetic retinopathy. Over time, this can cause blurry vision and even blindness. But DHA is also found in the retina of your eye, where it helps process light and send visual signals to the brain. By eating salmon, you are giving your eyes the nutrients they need to stay strong and healthy, reducing the risk of vision problems down the road. Another major benefit of salmon is that it contains zero carbohydrates. This is a huge advantage for blood sugar control. Many foods, even healthy ones like fruits or grains, contain some amount of carbs that can raise your blood sugar after a meal. But with salmon, you do not have to worry about this. You can enjoy a full serving without triggering a post-meal glucose spike. Now, let us talk about protein. Every 100-gram serving of salmon gives you about 22 to 25 grams of high-quality protein. This is important because protein helps you feel full, keeps your muscles strong, and does not raise blood sugar. In fact, muscle is one of the biggest users of glucose in your body. The more muscle you have, the more sugar your body can process. This is why preserving muscle mass is so important, especially as we age, and salmon supports this goal perfectly. In addition to protein and omega-3s, salmon is a natural source of vitamin D. This is a nutrient that more than 70% of older adults are deficient in. Vitamin D helps regulate your immune system, keeps your bones strong, and also plays a role in reducing inflammation. These are all critical factors when living with diabetes. A lack of vitamin D can worsen insulin resistance and increase the risk of complications. Eating salmon is one of the easiest ways to raise your vitamin D levels naturally. That is not all. A serving of salmon also provides selenium, a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells from damage. It supports thyroid function, which in turn helps control metabolism. You will also get vitamin B12, which is essential for nerve health, and niacin or vitamin B3, which supports energy production and healthy blood circulation. Potassium is another mineral found in salmon, and it helps regulate blood pressure and balance fluids in your body. So how much salmon should you eat? Experts from the American Heart Association recommend at least 2 servings of fatty fish per week. That means about 150 to 200 grams per serving. For someone living with diabetes, this is a very achievable and highly beneficial goal. You can grill the salmon with olive oil, lemon, and black pepper. You can steam it with ginger and soy sauce. You can bake it with herbs or even use it in a salad. Here are some delicious and healthy ideas. Grill a salmon fillet and serve it with steamed broccoli and asparagus. Steam salmon with slices of ginger and serve it with brown rice or quinoa. Make a cold salmon salad using grilled salmon, leafy greens, flax seeds, sesame oil, and fresh lemon juice. If you enjoy gourmet flavors, try miso glazed salmon with stir-fried spinach and sesame seeds. Even if you do not like fish or find it hard to buy fresh salmon, you can still get the benefits of omega-3s by taking fish oil supplements. Look for ones that provide both EPA and DHA with a daily dose between 1,000 and 2,000 milligrams. Trusted brands include Nordic Naturals, Ultimate Omega, and Thorne Super EPA. If you are vegetarian, algae oil is also a great option and provides the same DHA benefits. But a small word of caution. If you are taking blood thinners or medications for heart conditions, talk to your doctor before using high-dose fish oil. Omega-3s can thin the blood slightly, which may affect how your medications work. One final note, always choose clean sources of salmon. Wild-caught salmon or fish raised in clean, certified farms are better choices than poorly farmed fish that may contain antibiotics or harmful chemicals. When possible, read the label or ask your fish seller where the salmon comes from. So let me ask you, Have you tried eating salmon regularly? How do you like to prepare it? I would love to know what works best for you. Share your ideas in the comments if you can. Your simple recipe might inspire someone else who is also living with diabetes. When people talk about fish that are good for individuals living with diabetes, salmon is usually the first name that comes to mind. And that makes sense given how much research and media coverage it has received. But what if I told you there is another fish, much more modest in appearance, far less expensive, and yet just as powerful, perhaps even more so in some areas, when it comes to supporting blood sugar control and protecting long-term health? That fish is herring. Herring is a small, oily fish that is commonly found in the cold waters of northern Europe and parts of North America. It is not a flashy fish. It does not appear often in fancy restaurant menus. But when it comes to health benefits, especially for people with diabetes, herring is a true nutritional treasure. Let us start with something many people overlook: vitamin D. This is a nutrient that plays a crucial role in many bodily functions, from immune support to bone health to blood sugar regulation. And yet, more than 80% of older adults are deficient in vitamin D, according to a report from the Harvard School of Public Health. That is a concerning statistic, especially for those managing diabetes. Why? Because when your body lacks vitamin D, your pancreas may produce less insulin, and the insulin that is produced may not work as efficiently. This increases your risk of high blood sugar, insulin resistance, and eventually diabetic complications. The good news is, herring is one of the richest natural food sources of vitamin D. Just 100 grams of herring can provide over 70% of your daily vitamin D requirement. That is a huge benefit in a small package, especially for older adults who may not get much sun exposure. While sunlight helps the body produce vitamin D, that is not always a practical or safe option, especially for people with sensitive skin or limited mobility. Regularly eating herring can help fill this nutritional gap in a simple and delicious way. But herring does not stop at vitamin D. It also delivers a potent combination of vitamin B12, selenium, and iron. These nutrients are essential for keeping your energy levels up, supporting healthy red blood cells, and protecting the immune system, which is often weaker in people with long-term diabetes. If you have ever felt unusually tired, lightheaded, or cold, even when the weather is warm, it might not just be your blood sugar. It could be a deficiency in one or more of these key nutrients. Herring helps restore them naturally. Now let us talk about the fat content in herring, and why that is actually a very good thing. Herring is packed with the same beneficial omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon, EPA and DHA. In fact, some wild-caught herring may contain even higher levels of these fats than farm-raised salmon. And as we discussed earlier, EPA and DHA are known as the body's internal defenders. They reduce inflammation throughout the body, they protect the lining of blood vessels. They lower triglyceride levels and improve cholesterol profiles. These effects are especially important for people with diabetes, whose risk of heart disease, stroke, kidney damage, and eye complications is significantly higher. When high blood sugar is left uncontrolled, it damages the smallest blood vessels in your body. These include the capillaries that supply your kidneys, your retinas, and the delicate nerves in your hands and feet. That is why diabetic neuropathy, blurred vision, and kidney disease are common complications. Omega-3 fatty acids help prevent these complications by reducing systemic inflammation and maintaining the flexibility and strength of your blood vessels. More importantly, these fatty acids do not just work at the physical level. They also affect your mental and emotional well-being. People with diabetes are more likely to suffer from mood disorders like anxiety and depression, especially when blood sugar levels are unstable. According to research from McMaster University, maintaining adequate levels of omega-3s in your bloodstream can improve focus, support memory retention, and reduce mood swings. So how much herring should you eat to enjoy these benefits? Most health experts recommend about 100 to 150 grams of herring per meal, 2 to 3 times per week. This amount provides more than 20 grams of protein per serving, which helps keep you full, supports your muscles, and does not raise your blood sugar. Unlike red meat or processed foods, herring is low in saturated fat and very low in mercury, which makes it safe for regular consumption, even for older adults. Now let us explore how to enjoy herring in your daily meals. In many European countries, pickled herring is a traditional dish. However, if you have diabetes or high blood pressure, it is best to avoid pickled versions that are high in sodium. Too much salt can raise your blood pressure, cause water retention, and add strain to your kidneys. Instead, Choose fresh or lightly smoked herring, seasoned with black pepper, lemon juice, and a touch of olive oil, then grilled or baked gently. You can also poach herring and serve it with steamed vegetables or brown rice. One popular and comforting dish is herring soup, made with tomatoes, ginger, turmeric, and herbs, which helps with digestion and reduces inflammation. Another healthy option is a cold herring salad. Mix shredded grilled herring with boiled vegetables, toasted sesame seeds, and a dressing made from sesame oil, ginger, and apple cider vinegar. This not only tastes wonderful, but also helps stabilize your blood sugar thanks to the combination of healthy fats and fiber. If you enjoy Mediterranean-style meals, try grilled herring with basil pesto sauce, served with quinoa, baby greens, and slices of avocado. A dish like this delivers over 100% of your daily omega-3 requirement and is also rich in antioxidants, potassium, and healthy oils. And if you do not enjoy the taste of fish or cannot find herring in your local market, do not worry. Fish oil supplements made from herring are widely available. One trusted brand is Carlson Labs Norwegian Herring Oil, which offers about 500 to 1,000 milligrams of EPA and DHA per capsule. Always choose supplements that clearly state their natural origin and are tested for purity and heavy metals. However, just like with any dietary change or supplement, there are some precautions to keep in mind. Do not fry herring in hot oil or cook it for too long, as high heat can destroy its nutrients and create harmful compounds that may increase inflammation rather than reduce it. Also, avoid overly salty or highly processed versions that may contain preservatives or hidden sugars. If you have kidney problems or need to restrict protein, consult your doctor to determine how much herring is safe for you to eat each week. Even healthy protein can be too much if your kidneys are not functioning well. Now let us consider something deeper. Have you ever experienced numbness in your toes or fingers? Have you felt tired even after a good night's sleep or noticed that your balance is not what it used to be? These are not just signs of aging. They could be subtle warning signs of nerve damage or inflammation linked to diabetes. And guess what? The nutrients in herring, especially omega-3, vitamin D, and selenium, can help reduce these symptoms and protect your nerves naturally. The truth is, healing from within takes time. But with every small choice you make, you give your body the tools it needs to rebuild and protect itself. Herring might look like just another fish, but to your blood vessels, your nerves, and your brain cells, it is a source of healing, energy, and balance. So when was the last time you had herring? Or have you ever considered trying it before? Many people overlook this simple fish because it is not as popular or glamorous as others. But today, you have the chance to discover something truly valuable. If this is your first time learning about the benefits of herring, consider adding it to your meals this week. And if you have already tried it, share your favorite recipe or cooking tip in the comments. You never know, your story could inspire someone else to take a healthier step forward in their diabetes journey. Now let us move on to the third fish on our list. It may not be as famous as salmon, and it does not come from cold, deep waters like herring, but it is one of the most practical, affordable, and gentle choices for people living with diabetes. That fish is tilapia. For many families, tilapia is a familiar name. It is available in most markets, reasonably priced, and easy to cook. But what makes it truly special is not just its convenience. It is the fact that tilapia provides a wide range of benefits for people with diabetes while being mild in flavor, low in mercury, and incredibly versatile. Let us begin with the most important reason tilapia works so well in a diabetic-friendly diet. Tilapia contains 0 carbohydrates. Yes, that means you can enjoy a generous portion of tilapia without worrying about sudden blood sugar spikes after a meal. For people managing diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes, this is a big relief. Many foods, even nutritious ones, contain carbs that need to be carefully balanced throughout the day. Tilapia takes away that stress. You get full, stay nourished, and keep your glucose stable. And it gets even better. Tilapia is rich in high-quality protein. Every 100 grams of tilapia provides about 26 grams of protein. That is a powerful amount, especially for older adults who may be losing muscle mass over time. As we age, the natural breakdown of muscle tissue becomes more noticeable. This not only affects physical strength, but it also reduces the body's ability to use blood sugar effectively. Why? Because muscle is the #1 tissue that uses glucose. The more healthy muscle you have, the more efficiently your body burns sugar for energy. When you eat protein-rich foods like tilapia, you help preserve your muscles, improve your metabolism, and make your insulin work better. And unlike fatty red meats, tilapia does not come with excess saturated fat or cholesterol that could raise your heart risk. In fact, tilapia's fat content is quite low, only about 2 to 3 grams per 100 grams, and most of that fat is unsaturated, the kind your heart appreciates. But tilapia's benefits do not stop at protein and blood sugar control. It also has an impressive profile of micronutrients that are particularly helpful for people with diabetes. One of the key nutrients in tilapia is selenium. Although your body only needs small amounts of selenium, this mineral plays a massive role in health. It supports thyroid function, balances hormones, and most importantly, it helps regulate blood sugar by enhancing antioxidant activity inside your cells. How exactly does this work? Selenium boosts the activity of an enzyme called glutathione peroxidase. This is one of the most important enzymes your body uses to fight oxidative stress. Oxidative stress happens when free radicals build up in your body and begin to damage tissues. For people with diabetes, this stress targets the pancreas, the eyes, the kidneys, and the nerves. By increasing glutathione activity, selenium helps protect the pancreas beta cells, which are responsible for making insulin. This means better insulin performance and a reduced risk of long-term complications. Just 100 grams of tilapia provides about 45 micrograms of selenium. That is roughly 65% of the recommended daily intake for adults. For such a common fish, that is an extraordinary amount of benefit. In addition to selenium, tilapia also contains vitamin E and vitamin C. These two vitamins act as antioxidants, which help neutralize the harmful free radicals we just mentioned. Vitamin E protects your cells and blood vessels. It plays a role in immune strength and helps reduce inflammation, which is a major cause of insulin resistance. Vitamin C, on the other hand, supports your immune system, aids in collagen production for skin and joint health, and improves iron absorption. Together, these antioxidants form a shield for your blood vessels, which is crucial for people with diabetes. When blood sugar levels remain high over time, the walls of your small blood vessels start to weaken. This leads to complications such as neuropathy, kidney disease, and vision problems. The antioxidants in tilapia help protect those tiny vessels, especially in the eyes, kidneys, and feet. Now let us talk about cholesterol. Many people living with diabetes also struggle with high cholesterol or a history of cardiovascular disease. Some fish, particularly those that are high in fat, may raise cholesterol if consumed in large quantities. Tilapia, however, has a low cholesterol content and does not contribute to harmful lipid levels when cooked properly. That makes it a safe and heart-friendly option for those trying to maintain healthy lipid profiles. And what about blood pressure? Since high blood pressure often goes hand in hand with diabetes, it is important to choose foods that support vascular health. Tilapia is naturally low in sodium, as long as it is not processed or salted. When cooked gently, without excessive salt or sauces, tilapia helps keep your blood pressure in check. How about digestion? For many older adults, digestive comfort is just as important as nutritional value. Tilapia is easy to chew, easy to digest, and does not cause bloating or heaviness. It is light on the stomach and works well even for people with sensitive digestion or recovering from illness. Now let us talk about how to prepare tilapia in ways that are not only healthy, but also enjoyable. Because food should not just be medicine, it should also bring comfort, joy, and connection. You can start with a simple grilled tilapia fillet, marinated in garlic, turmeric, and kaffir lime leaves. Turmeric contains curcumin, a natural anti-inflammatory compound that enhances the blood sugar benefits of the fish. This dish is fragrant, gentle, and incredibly effective in reducing inflammation. Another option is pan-seared tilapia with olive oil and cracked black pepper, served alongside steamed vegetables like bok choy, carrots, or green beans. This adds fiber to your meal, which slows down sugar absorption and keeps your blood sugar from rising too quickly. If you enjoy traditional comfort meals, try steaming tilapia with scallions and ginger and serve it with a bowl of spinach soup or watercress broth. These light combinations help with digestion, reduce inflammation, and provide hydration without overloading the stomach. For a refreshing variation, you can make a cold tilapia salad using shredded baked fish, fresh lime juice, sesame oil, and herbs like cilantro or mint. Toss it with boiled quinoa or brown rice for a balanced meal that includes healthy carbs, protein, and anti-inflammatory oils. And if you are in the mood for something special, try an elegant herbal baked tilapia with passion fruit sauce, paired with avocado salad, chia seeds, and baby greens. This combination delivers protein from fish, omega-3 from chia, vitamin E from avocado, and antioxidants from fruit and vegetables. It is a complete, vibrant, and diabetes-friendly meal. Even though tilapia does not have as much omega-3 as salmon or herring, it makes up for it with other benefits. It is more accessible, less expensive, and less fishy in flavor, which many older adults appreciate. It is especially suitable for those who are just beginning to eat more fish or who want a mild-tasting, easy-to-cook protein source. Of course, just like with any food, there are a few important points to keep in mind when choosing and cooking tilapia. First, try to buy fresh or frozen tilapia from trusted sources. Avoid farmed tilapia raised in poor quality environments, as these may contain antibiotics or heavy metals. Look for certifications or ask your seller about the origin of the fish. Second, avoid deep frying. When fish is cooked in very hot oil, it loses nutrients and gains harmful compounds. This can defeat the purpose of eating healthy in the first place. Instead, steam, grill, bake, or lightly pan-sear your fish using healthy oils like olive oil. Third, if you have kidney disease or are on a low-protein diet, talk to your doctor before increasing your intake of tilapia or other high-protein foods. While protein is essential, too much of it can stress the kidneys if their function is already reduced. And finally, remember that variety matters. Tilapia is a great choice, but you will get the best health results when you combine it with other types of fish, especially those rich in omega-3 like salmon or sardines. This way, you get a full spectrum of nutrients, flavors, and health benefits. Think of tilapia as a reliable companion in your kitchen. It is not showy. It does not need fancy preparation, but it is always there to offer you a warm, healthy, and blood sugar-friendly meal. It supports your journey with diabetes in a way that is practical, delicious, and kind to your body. Have you ever tried a tilapia dish that was both tasty and gentle on your blood sugar? If so, I would love to hear how you made it. Please share your favorite tilapia recipe or memory in the comments below. Your idea might become the next go-to meal for someone else who is learning to live well with diabetes. Dear friend, thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Living with diabetes is not easy, but every small choice you make truly matters. From the meals you prepare to the knowledge you gain, you are taking steps toward a healthier and stronger future. In this video, we discovered 3 types of fish that offer real benefits for people living with diabetes. Salmon is rich in omega-3, which helps reduce inflammation, support your heart, and improve insulin function. It also protects your memory, vision, and nerve health. Herring may be small, but it is packed with vitamin D, omega-3, and key nutrients that protect blood vessels, stabilize mood, and support your immune system. Tilapia is a gentle, easy-to-digest fish that contains no carbohydrates, high-quality protein, and important antioxidants like selenium, vitamin E, and vitamin C. It helps maintain stable blood sugar and supports your muscles and energy. You do not need to change everything overnight. Just one small step at a time, like adding grilled salmon to your dinner this week, can bring real progress. What matters is that you are trying, learning, and caring for your body. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to stay connected. And if you would like, share your favorite fish dish or story in the comments. Your voice may inspire someone else on their journey. Take care of yourself, stay strong, and remember, you are not alone. Every good choice you make brings you closer to health, peace, and a brighter future. See you in the next video.